In baseball, no single person has ever won a game. Requires many players with certain abilities and skills. Recovery. Addiction led me to isolation. I was never going to win. I needed other ball players to help. Baseball. Everyone on the team must be familiar with the game. You can't win baseball games with a team that only half the players know how to play. Recovery. Come back to choose your heart with gratitude. A podcast where we face the tough stuff, embrace the journey, and celebrate every step toward recovery with courage, community, and a whole lot of gratitude. Thanks for stopping back in to connect. My name's Gail. I'm a compulsive gambler in recovery after a devastating 20-year addiction. You know, due to my neurodivergent brain, sometimes I go off on visualizations that just kind of help things make sense to me. And sometimes I get going down rabbit holes with these things that either I come out of the hole really inspired or I come out just feeling really grubby because I didn't accomplish anything. So I'm a baseball girl. I played baseball for over half my life. Of course, I've been watching the World Series because my Blue Jays are playing. A couple of days ago, my brain started rolling around the idea that things I learned in and about baseball actually apply in some way to my recovery. Bear with me. Let's chat about this. In baseball, no single person has ever won a game. It requires many players with certain abilities and skills. Recovery. Addiction led me to isolation, an inability to reach out for help. I was never going to win on my own. I needed other ball players to help me. Baseball. Everyone on the team must be familiar with the game. You can't win baseball games with a team that only half the players know how to play. Recovery. Every single person in every single meeting I have been to have shared something that I've been able to echo. Me too. Baseball. Every person has a job. There's pitchers and catchers and outfielders and shortstops. There's coaches and equipment people. If the second baseman's having trouble doing his job during a game, you never see the coach going in to play second base. Or if a catcher seems to have a hole in his glove one game, the coach doesn't send any of the equipment people in to play catcher. Recovery. Every single person in recovery, first and foremost, needs to do their job. My job was showing up for myself and doing what I needed to do to be successful. Nobody was coming to rescue me. A sponsor in recovery spaces is like the coach of the ball team. It's not their job to do my recovery. I can place the tools in front of me and can suggest which ones will work, but I will always be responsible for swinging my own bat. Baseball. Sometimes teams and players cease to be a good fit for all kinds of different reasons. Players get traded, coaches get hired and fired. Change is often refreshing. Recovery. My recovery, if it is being done correctly, should generate change in my life. Just like gaining or losing weight and clothes no longer fit, some tools in my recovery or some recovery spaces may not always fit me where I am. They had purpose, they did their job, but sometimes I need to accept that where I am right now is requiring something that fits differently. Don't get me wrong, super painful and involves a lot of emotion. Getting rid of that comfy sweatshirt that you've had for a really, really long time. My goal for my whole recovery journey has been to create a life I want to live in. If it was not feeling change and the need to explore new ideas, opportunities, amazing things that feed my soul, then I'm not living the recovery I always dreamt of. Baseball. If a player's having a rough game and things aren't going right that day, does the team punish them in some way or make them stand in the corner until they can do better? The team accepts that they all have bad days. And in the end, they win or they lose together. Recovery. I've not always got it right. I have struggled with creating chaos in my life and letting go of being a controlling perfectionist. Mhm. Me. Not many people know that about me, though, so we'll just keep it secret. I too have a team, the people who I've gathered around me to support me and be there for me. I have an incredible partner who, quite honestly, has unending patience. He has accepted my journey, accepted my challenges, and probably rolled his eyes probably more than once at my sometimes dramatic emotional overloads. But he's always there to give me a hug, tell me not to trip over the shit behind me, and to keep moving forward. And I love that human. My daughter is my best friend and loves and accepts me. And I'm sure has probably rolled her eyes a time or two. But even when I first admitted the shocking truth about my addiction, she has always supported me and never took away my ability to see my grandkids. I also have an amazing recovery family who have always supported me, loved me, cheered me on. I'm so grateful and honored to share in the journeys of so many people. Baseball, one player wins, the whole team wins. Every single person who plays a part in the team is part of the success, from management to players to the equipment people. Recovery. Every person in a recovery space contributes to creating an environment of success for everyone, from the person right off the bat to the person with 40 years of recovery. No person in the space does not have something to contribute to the success of that space. Baseball. When interviewing the guy who hit the grand slam home run, does he pat himself on the back and take all the credit? Not usually. Usually he steers his comments to how his team played really great or the pitcher got them into another inning. Recovery. Humility and gratitude have taught me in recovery, no matter how much time I've put in since my last bat, I only have this 24 hours. My addiction could create a giant hole for me at any time if I allow myself to be caught off guard under the right set of circumstances. I need to keep going to practice, listening to what the coaches tell me, and allow the rookies to be vulnerable and remind me that I am only one single step away from another disaster. This addiction is sneaky and insidious and will take any opportunity to steal our attention, our money, and indeed our very lives. If you're struggling with active addiction, reach out to someone, share your secret, and feel the incredible weight lifted in your life. I hope you'll choose to like and subscribe so we can let you know when another episode is coming out so you can come on back and connect with us again. Addiction's hard. Recovery is hard. I'm truly grateful that I'm able to choose my heart. See you soon.